Okay, so we should be live now. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is a really, really important topic. It's something I see time and time again, and the thing is, it can be avoided. So I'm going to talk to you about the mistakes I see people make when it comes to profit first. So I do have a checklist for this. So if you would like it, you can post below mistakes and we will get a copy of it to you. So what I wanted to do is, today's one is a little bit different. So I'm going to come at this from the frustrations from my point of view that I see with clients that I talk to. And what I see happen with so many trades businesses is when I speak to them and they're finally coming on board to work with me and put profit first in their business properly once and for all, the feedback I get is always very, very similar. So firstly, it's always, I'm going to wait until this happens. I'm going to do it later. I'm going to do it soon, but soon never comes, later never comes. And all of those, criteria that they've put in place never happens because we don't take any action. The second frustration that I have is they defer their decision to their accountant or their bookkeeper. Now, in my book, Profit First for Tradies, I talk a lot about, and I talk about this with my clients all the time, your financial team. So you need to build your financial team so they are there to support you to reach your goals in your business. Absolutely, you can go to your accountant, your bookkeeper for advice that is specific to their skill set. Now, don't go to your bookkeeper for tax advice because that's not their skill set. You want to go to your tax accountant for tax advice. You want to go to your bookkeeper for advice on how to simply and efficiently set up your Xero to make sure that there's, things like no data entry, that you're using a receipt management system, that everything is running really smoothly and effectively. And at the drop of a hat, you know exactly what money is owed to you, what money you owe, exact amounts in bank balances. That should be at a snapshot, easy to get like that. If it's not, you need some work around your bookkeeping as well. But what I see often is clients say, I'm going to do profit first, but I need to talk to my bookkeeper or I need to talk to my accountant. And I'm here to tell you, actually, you do not need to talk to them at all. They don't have to be in this conversation at all. If you choose to speak to a certified profit first professional, so somebody who has done the extensive initial training, extensive ongoing training, and the accreditation process year after year to ensure that they are accredited in the Profit First method, then if you decide that Profit First is a good option for you, then your accountant and bookkeeper don't need to come into the equation from am I going to do it or not question. Absolutely, they come into it once we start implementing. And for example, for the clients that I work with, I give really clear instructions to both the bookkeeper and the accountant on what they need to do, which, fun fact, is actually not very much different to what they would do normally. So I see clients or potential clients use this as I've got to talk to them before I do this. No, please talk to the proper person. You wouldn't come to me to talk about tax because I'm not a tax advisor. Please don't go to your tax advisor or your bookkeeper unless they are certified in Profit First to talk about Profit First. It's kind of like asking your electrician to come and fix your plumbing. It's not going to work. And the biggest thing that I hear from those who do come on board with me is that they wished they had done it sooner. What I really want you to do is to make sure that you just decide to take the first step. Now, the first step can just be reaching out to myself or reaching out to another certified Profit First professional. There is a number of us. And if you want to check or find one, you can go to profitfirstaustralia.com.au. And on the website there is a list of all certified Profit First professionals in Australia and New Zealand. So please, if you are speaking to somebody about Profit First, double check that they are certified. Otherwise, again, it's, like going to your bookkeeper for tax advice. They're not certified to do that. We can't do that. What I also want you to do is have a chat. Each and every one of us have the option as a certified Profit First professional to have a free chat with us. So there is no expectation that you're going to come on board. What we want to make sure is that you get the information you need to make an informed choice. Just like anything in life, if we don't have the information and we make a decision one way or the other, it's usually going to be a poor decision, and it's usually going to have repercussions down the track. So please don't wait till soon. Don't wait till later. Don't wait until I get this job or we get through this job or whatever it may be. Literally reach out. So what I wanted to go through today was just 3 quick tips, hints, points around Profit First and how it's going to benefit your business. So the first thing that I find that is most useful to clients is that you know exactly where you are from a cash position. You know exactly if you have money for something or not. Where there's no digging into reports, there's no waiting till my bookkeeper finishes, getting my bookkeeping up to date or any of that sort of thing. At a quick glance, you can see based on your bank accounts, do I have money to pay those bills or not? Do I have money to put a deposit down on a new car or not? Do I have money to get another piece of machinery or not? It gives you a very quick feedback on whether or not your business is able to afford those sorts of things. The second thing, you can determine where you're going. So you have much more control because you know exactly where you are, then you have control over where you're going to go. And that is what I talk about a lot with clients is don't let the business run you. Don't let the business determine what you can pay yourself, when you can pay yourself, when you can pay your suppliers. You want to make sure that you are running the business, and Profit First allows you to do that because it gives you back control, it gives you back visibility, and you know exactly what is happening at every point in time, every day, every week, without having to do all your bookkeeping and so on. Now, obviously, your bookkeeping and your tax work is absolutely vital. That has to be up to date and so on. But from a Profit First perspective, because we're talking about cash in the bank, cash out of the bank, it is much quicker to be able to see what's happening in the business. And the third thing Profit First will do for you is it will get you through any situation when it hits the fan. So whether that is a pandemic, whether that is material shortages, whether that's staff shortages, whether that is an illness for yourself or within the family, whether it is a flood, a fire, whatever it may be, Profit First allows you to know, as I said, exactly where you're at, where you're going, and you've got much more control even when it hits the fan. Because let's face it, life is full of those moments where things are not going to plan, and we want to be proactive and we want to be able to have that control when things happen, not, oh my goodness, for example, at the moment I'm in the Hawkesbury area, so we're flooded in. We must be day 5, I think now, flooded in. We're probably going to be flooded in for another few days. For many of the trades businesses in this area, they can't go to work. Those who are running Profit First know exactly how many days that they can stay home and still be able to pay bills before having to drive hours and hours and hours around to get to the other side of the river. So just a quick recap. Profit First will allow you to know exactly where your business is. It will give you control back to your business and allow you to control what happens in the business rather than the business controls you. And it will absolutely get you through anything that it hits a fan. We are going into recession. What comes up must go down, and it will come back up again. The most exciting thing for me is working with my clients now, because I know when that recession hits, the impact is going to be much, much less than what it would have been if they didn't have Profit First in their business. So I'm super excited about that. Now, as I said, if you want the checklist, type mistakes below in the comments and we will get you a copy of that. And what I want you to do as your first step today is post below your mistakes. We will reach out and send that to you. And I'll also reach out and just ask you a couple of questions on your business to see whether Profit First or not is a good fit or not. Now, again, tip here, I've never spoken to anyone who Profit First hasn't been able to be helpful in their business. But the step for you is to make sure that you understand more about what it is and how it's going to help you before deferring that that question or that decision to somebody else in your business. Literally, we can chat over Messenger, or we can jump on and have a 10-15 minute chat on the call, whatever suits you. But what I just want to really, really encourage you to do is to make sure you get the information that you need to make your decision, because it is your business. Have a great day.